Hey guys! So, today's vlog is actually just a 30-day challenge that I did on Facebook. It's a photo 30-day challenge for Harry Potter. And it was a lot of fun to do, and I got a lot of interesting comments on pictures and my choices as to why I chose those things. So, here is my 30-day challenge. I hope you enjoy it. So, day one was your favorite book. Now, I chose Order of the Phoenix for a couple different reasons. I don't know, this book just captured my attention in a way none of the other books did. Harry having to deal with his nightmares and his anger and stuff like that is just a way I connected with Harry that I did not connect with him in any of the other books. And two, it's just, I know that a lot of parents around the country actually asked to have this book banned from school libraries because it's, I don't know, they interpreted it as trying to overthrow authority. And I wish the parents would read this book so they would understand it's not about rebelling against authority in general. It's about standing up for what you believe in and rebelling against a corrupt authority. And I don't know, like I put on my picture, I love the book because the main theme is standing up for what you believe in, even if you're one of the only few standing. So that's my choice for day one. Day two, favorite movie. This seems too obvious to be a fair question. Deathly Hallows Part 1, but I will say this. Deathly Hallows Part 1 is my favorite movie for now, but I have the distinct feeling that that's going to change in July. So, because I mean, let's be honest, every movie gets better, with the exception, a few exceptions. Prisoner and Goblet, I don't know. We'll get to that though. That's later. So anyway, day two, favorite movie, Deathly Hallows Part 1. So day three, is there any of the film adaptations that have angered you because they left out important parts of the book? I have to say, Goblet did disappoint me, and I guess it's not really an important part of the book. They angered me that they cut out the Quidditch World Cup. I remember reading that, I remember talking about it with my friends, and just how amazing the World Cup was, and they completely cut it out. They're, oh, we're at the World Cup! Oh, it's over and we're celebrating. Oh, it just kind of disappointed me that we didn't have a little more Crumb action, because let's face it, Crumb is the man. Day 5, least favorite female character. Okay, now I know some people would say like the obvious evil ones like Umbridge or Bellatrix, but I went with Cho because I can't stand her. She's a whiny little crybaby who picked a horrible friend that sold out the DA. So, and she's just a Ginny blocker. I just can't stand her. And I mean, even Harry couldn't stand her. Come on. All she did was cry on it. So, that would be my least favorite female character. Day 5, favorite male character. Now, this isn't completely biased because Rupert Grint is amazing looking, but Ron Weasley is my favorite male character, and here's why. He's human. He's the most human character in that entire series to me. Because, okay, he's very, very loyal, but he does screw up, and he doesn't, he's not afraid to admit it. Like when he left in Deathly Hallows, he didn't really, like a lot of people freak out because, oh, well, he left Harry and Hermione. But if you read the book, they explain that Ron stormed out and apparated, which is the wizard's way of just storming out. It didn't figure in his mind that with the special enchantments that Hermione put up that he couldn't get back to them, you know, and then he got kind of caught in the midst of some snatchers. So he came back. That's the point, you know, and he was ready to admit that he had screwed up. So, and I don't know, it just, Ron with his adorable flaws and his extreme loyalty just makes him my favorite male character. So a lot of people would disagree with me, but my opinion. Day 6. What house do you think you would be in? I honestly would say Gryffindor. I like to think I'm brave and, you know, the attributes of a Gryffindor. And I don't know, it just, the house appeals to me more, I guess, because I'm not the world's greatest thinker, so I don't think I would have fit in Ravenclaw. Definitely not Slytherin, because I'm, well, one, I don't think I'd be pure blood, and I don't know. Slytherins seem to be kind of discriminatory, and discriminative is the right word, and I'm not that way at all, so I don't think I would have fit in with that crowd. And Hufflepuffs, I don't know. I mean, I know Tonks came from Hufflepuff, so I don't know, maybe I would be meant for Hufflepuff, because I'm a lot like Tonks, but I would choose Gryffindor, if the Sorting Hat asked me. Day 7. Favorite female character. With this one, I had to go with Ginny Weasley. She is strong and beautiful and funny and a redhead, and she, I don't know, I connect with Ginny, and we'll go into that in another day coming up. But one thing I love about Ginny, one thing that Ginny taught me, I mean that I actually feel like I learned from her, is that persistence and perseverance pay off. You know, she pretty much loved Harry from the moment she saw him, and she never really gave up on him, and it paid off in the end. I mean, come on. They ended up together, married, kids. You know, and I mean, it took years, and it took a lot of, you know, pain and unfairness on her part, you know, or towards her, I guess, but it paid off in the end. He noticed her. It all turned out good. So that's one of the many reasons I admire Ginny Weasley. And she just, like, and when the trio was off fighting Horcruxes, she kickstarted the DA again and headed it and led the rebellion at Hogwarts. I mean, she tried to steal the sword of Gryffindor, for Pete's sake. I mean, come on. What's not to love? Day 8. What would be your favorite lesson? I chose Defense Against the Dark Arts because, I don't know, it seems like a more worthy subject. I mean, you're actually learning something that could save your family, save yourself, save the world. And it just seems like a more worthwhile subject to me than charms or potions or divination. Day 9. Least favorite male character. I had to go with Filch on this one. I don't know, he didn't add anything to the plot. He was never really funny or really added anything. There was no character growth, there was nothing. He was just always annoying and, I don't know, a problem. So, I don't know, I had to go with Filch. I mean, I think my friend Shayna went with, like, Voldemort, which seems just too obvious. I was trying to think outside the box. So, I went with Filch. He's useless and annoying. Day 10. Horcruxes or Hollows. I went with Hollows because I'd rather go on a quest than split my soul by murdering someone. Call me crazy. Day 11. What character you most like? Ginny took this one too. Um, I relate to her in a lot of ways. I'm the youngest and the only girl after 3 boys. I'm a redhead. I'm strong-willed. I don't take crap sitting down. I am ready to just jump in and defend my friend if someone's messing with them. And I don't know. I've been where Ginny's been with the crush from a long ways away that you just can't quite seem to get to notice you, and you kind of pine after him and everything like that. So I've been there, and I don't know. I really, really relate to Ginny, even though I can be kind of off the wall and daydreamy like Luna. I mean, just ask anyone close to me. I can be a lot like Luna. So, day 12, favorite magical beast. I went with the pygmy puff on this one. I really like them, and I mean, it's a connection to Ginny, yes, because she has one. But I think they're cool, and I think they'd be a fun pet to have. So, I even made one to take with me to the midnight premiere of Deathly Hallows Part 2, as I'm going dressed as Ginny. So, I like pygmy puffs. They seem like they could be cool pets. So, day 13, we come to least favorite movie. Prisoner of Azkaban had to take this one. I'm sorry. I don't know if it was Alfonso Cuarón's directing style or what it was, but I don't know. If you asked me to rate the movies, I think this would end up in last place. Even though it was the first Potter movie I ever saw in theaters, and it will always hold a special place in my heart because of that. But I don't know. I honestly do think it was his directing style that kind of threw me off. It was really weird. So, day 14, Team Voldemort or Team Harry? I don't know. For some, this might not seem like an obvious choice, but for me it was. Team Harry. I mean, come on. Day 15. Who do you think your friends at Hogwarts would be? Now, as any devout Potterite would say, I would have to go with the Golden Trio, Ron, Harry, Hermione, or the Loyal Trio, which is Luna, Neville, and Ginny. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be friends with these guys? Come on. They're super cool and tough and awesome.